My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Capricorns. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading of 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 12 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love, support, and devotion towards my channel. Thank you all so very much. I love you guys incredibly. So, for today's love reading, the first card represents you, the second, the other person, the third, the relationship, fourth, the past, and the fifth, the future. Then I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle for you, and then a Favoli, and then one card from the Tarot Interdit Vampiria deck. But let's get started with card number 1, which is for you. And strength, my goodness. You could also have Leo placements in your star chart. But I mostly see here is, it's like I'm getting the ones especially who are in a single position, but you could also be in a courtship with maybe a Leo, or maybe have your eyes on a Leo. But either way, what I see here is you are incredibly courageous enough or strong or bold to even be in a relationship, because it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes especially courage and strength to even approach somebody, for a courtship phase, or even, for anything, because a lot of people right before the weddings and stuff like that, they kind of run away and also known as having cold feet, because they just realize, oh my goodness, I never realized, that this realistic moment was finally coming to pass and stuff like that, and now I have no idea how to handle this. Well, it looks like that you're doing an excellent job, so hopefully you're in a long-lasting committed relationship, so many anniversaries and reminiscing moments to come. But for the ones in a singlehood position, it looks like you're also in a very strong, bold, courageous position where you just think, okay, it's like either A, you're courageous enough to be in a single position, and you just think, you know what, I don't really need to currently be with anybody. Maybe you've been through enough negative relationships in the past. Maybe you have no interest. Maybe you still haven't found Mr. or Mrs. Right yet, but now you're focused on your own voyage, your own quest, endeavors, for that matter. But again, take it how it resonates, but it just shows that, you're pretty much already in a very strong, confident position. Let's see who the other person is or could be. Knight of Swords. So this person, the other person who you could have your eyes on could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I mean, this could still be taking place in Gemini season for that matter. But this person is also incredibly determined in their own way. So maybe, it's like, eventually, you two could either aim, meet and cross roads someday. Or maybe you are currently with this person because, that's how you both met, is, you both have, share equal or the same or greater value and senses and beliefs and stuff like that. And that's what drew you both together, because you're the courageous, strong individual, and the other person is incredibly motivated and determined and stuff like that. And that's how you both met. But either way, this could also just be a combination of you where you're in a single position. You're strong, confident, and bold, but you're also incredibly ambitious, goal-oriented, and determined in your own way to head off to wherever you want to head off towards, or to maybe even start planning and strategizing and analyzing this beautiful upcoming plan of wherever it may take you towards the future regarding relationships or love interests for that matter. Wow. Relationship of what is or could be. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Yes, I just see you as this excellent fighter, because the 7 of Wands is definitely an act of wanting to protect and defend something. So the thing is, if you're in a current relationship, it just shows that you're a very loving, loyal, supportive, caring, protective individual towards your spouse, your current companion, your love interest of whoever it may be. So congratulations on finding Mr. or Mrs. Right in your life. But if you're still in a single position, maybe you're still, incredibly goal-oriented and determined in your own way, where you're pretty much just, just going to fight your way through all of the, or sifting your way through all the grains of sand, in the sense where you're pretty much highly motivated on wanting to defend and protect this love interest. Maybe you do have your eyes on somebody. Maybe you're going to do anything it takes just to be with whoever this person is and stuff like that, because of your strong, courageous nature on so many levels. And that's what I admire on so many levels. Or, you could currently have Aries or Sagittarius placements in your star chart as well. But I love the fact that you almost seem to be a very loyal, just very loyal, caring individual. And maybe, eventually, you will find somebody who will actually notice those qualities. And then they'll actually, you will be just as determined and motivated to head down towards you as well. Because in the past, Temperance, you could also have Sagittarius placements. You could have been with a Sagittarius, and maybe that's what drew, this person towards you, is because, they realize, you know, they get Leo placements, or maybe now you are incredibly bold and courageous, and this person was incredibly adventurous, and maybe you are currently with a Sagittarius because, you know, this person was incredibly adventurous and you were incredibly strong and courageous, and that's how you both also met, and that's what heightened this beautiful determination on needing to be together. And because you're incredibly loyal, supportive, caring, nurturing, realistic, grounded, you're the one that probably provides the balance in this relationship between you and the other person. And maybe that's what also kind of drew the other person to you, is, you know, they wanted to have somebody who they could really trust. And that's kind of what the Seven of Wands is also about, is an act of trust. And that's pretty much just saying, yes, I trust, you know, being with you. I trust, you know, when I come home, then you'll also be there and stuff like that. So, but either way, you know, this could have also been you manifesting in a singlehood position, you know, of wanting to actually create something, and maybe to modern times to no avail, but yet it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. You know, maybe you might find something of equal or greater value that could replace this potential love interest eventually. Because in the future, speak of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I was waiting for an Aries card to show up. My goodness. Okay. You could end up with maybe an Aries. Maybe you have Aries placements. But either way, you know, just take it how it resonates. It looks like a very strong, confident individual. Now, this could still be you, even if you are a Capricorn for that matter. But this is a very also strong, yeah, just very passionate, determined. You know, maybe you're in a really top tier position where you pretty much just think, okay, you know, I'm incredibly loyal. I'm very protective of this whole ambition, goal, and determination because I'm incredibly brave, strong, and courageous in my own way. And it's pretty much just going to be resonating throughout my future as well. So this is what came out in the future for my beautiful Capricorns. Love it. Okay, because Oracle wants to say, call for help, reach out, need for backup, and admit your needs. Well, you know, the phrase is more or less say it. All you have to do is just express yourself. Now, the thing is when I mention about, you know, entering into a courtship phase, you know, that you're in a vulnerable position, the thing is if you're worried about and approaching somebody because, you know, you're worried about being rejected or ignored or refused or whatever basic reason humans have, since a lot of humans tend to only be one-sided, where they only will focus on whether it's your background, your success rate, your, you know, how rich you are, successful, if you're in a stardom position, whatever it may be. But I do see, you know, you incredibly bold, courageous, and strong on so many levels. All you have to do is just express yourself and maybe reach out for other people, like maybe, you know, the people you feel closest and most comfortable with on so many levels, where you just think, okay, well, what can I do in this situation? Because I'm intrigued by this person. I would like to be with this person, but I'm just too worried about, you know, rejections and refusals for that matter. So, yeah, that would be a really good thing. It's just maybe, you know, ask, you know, people you feel most comfortable with to express yourself, or even just try to be a very bold, courageous individual and say, you know what, I don't need to deal with all that extra stuff. I'm just going to be headstrong and you know, and fight for the, you know, this person's love, because that's how I feel, and this is my passion towards that person, as well as this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to fight nonetheless for this person's heart. Okay, because Favole wants to add, Ace of Wands. It seems like even, yeah, it's, you know, Libra got this one, and so did Leo, so maybe you could be facing, or you're heading down towards a Leo, but this is about wanting to put time and effort into, you know, whatever you want, wish, dream, and desire. So it's pretty much this, well, actually, no, it's more the energy and time. So it's pretty much just saying, okay, I'll do anything it takes just to be with this person, or to approach. But just remember, with energy, it requires a lot of strength and courage and stuff like that. So don't underestimate if you might feel exhausted or, you know, or tired. You know, if you were to be rejected somehow, that, you know, that it will probably take a lot of energy out of this whole endeavor or voyage of yours. So please don't ever underestimate any kind of effects that you might experience. But other than that, please keep on using that beautiful magic wand and see where it may take you. Because I'm going to finish off with the French Le Tarot Interdit Vampire deck. Commandant de Miroir. Queen of Cups. So You could also end up with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe you do have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, but the Queen of Cups is a very loving, caring, nurturing, supportive, healing individual. Now, the thing is, it's like, should you be rejected, ignored, or anything, take as much time to heal and take good care of yourself, because the thing is, rejections are incredibly painful on so many levels. I've witnessed countless humans who have experienced that, and it just is so heartbreaking to watch some of these events taking place. But either way, as long as you can just take excellent good care of yourself, because the fact that you already had this need of wanting to manifest something and create something in the past, all you have to do is then go back to the drawing board or square one, wherever it may be, and then eventually maybe try to choose an alternative path or course of action for that matter. But either way, it's always good to take good care of yourself nonetheless, because even if you are in a long-lasting, beautiful relationship with whoever you're currently with, the most important thing is to also do a lot of self-care, self-love, self-healing on so many levels either way. But anyway, that's what the cards have in store for you today for my beautiful Capricorns. Okay. Sad but true, I'm going to have to leave it at this for now, but if this reading resonated for you all out there, for my beautiful followers and fledglings as well, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys incredibly. I want to wish you all the best on where this journey may take you. In a few days, I'm going back to general readings, but it's going to be in the form of a different setting. So now I'm going to be focused on the vampire altar I'm in the midst of creating, or even the human is also helping me with. But anyway, I just want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I love you guys incredibly. If you want a personal reading, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, post in a little discussion box below that you want a personal reading, and I'll respond to you with my email. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me today, and I want to wish you all the best of luck and love you guys incredibly.